No, just first of all, remind them what the score was. That was 2-0. Where it felt completely different, as we all know, but the end result was 2-0. And second of all, we've shown so many times this season in big games that we are able to get a great performance. We've also shown a different face. I'm completely aware of that, but many of our games that we've played were very good as well, especially in big games. And not all of them, because not all of us are together for 1.5 years, but for the ones that have been with me for in the past 1.5 years, in the 49 home games we've played, 36 times we were able to score 2 goals or more. So yes, we did not play in all these 49 games against Paris Saint-Germain. I do understand that. But as we all know, the Premier League and the Champions League opponents we had over here were also very strong and are very strong. So yes, there's a belief that we can do special things tomorrow. But we also need to be very, 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 very special tomorrow to achieve that, because we're playing against the champions of Europe. So that makes the task more complicated, but not impossible. Yeah, I don't know if a lot has been said about that, because I had to focus on Fulham and now on Paris Saint-Germain again. But usually in football, I know how it works. If you change the system, the focus is completely on the system and not about what's actually happening. But people find it probably very hard to believe what I'm going to say now, but the approach is not so different for tomorrow than it was in Paris, because for the people who know me, I never put out a team and tell them to go to a low block for 90 minutes. Actually, if you're really looking the game back, you could see that we've pressed them high on multiple occasions. Unfortunately, 7 or 8 of those moments led to them being one-on-one to our goalkeeper. So again, the approach tomorrow will be to take the risk, because that's first of all what we need. But to get the ball off them, yeah, you need to press them. And we saw how difficult it is to press these players. But that was the same last season, where Anfield did make a big difference for us last season, and I'm expecting it to make a big difference for us tomorrow as well. Wow. For a journalist, that's quite a good tactical thinking. Or should I say for a Sky Sports student?
I've done my homework this week.
I think we have to find the perfect balance between being offensive, but to be offensive, you need to have the ball, and to get the ball back against, indeed, you're now mentioning 2 fullbacks, but against all these other players, you have to do so many things well before your attackers can attack. So that's why the history of this club and at other clubs, you've seen a lot of players that are very good offensively, but are also able to do the defensive job, because the only way to score is if you have the ball. And the thing is that tomorrow 2 teams are facing each other. Both would like to have the ball a lot, and the last time we faced each other, they had the ball for 76% of the time. So that's the first thing we have to change tomorrow, to have the ball more. And if we have it more, yeah, then it's nice to have attacking threat on the pitch, and that's what we will have tomorrow. Yeah, I think he can. First of all, because of personality, he doesn't get distracted that soon. I think since he's been, not since he's been a player, because he's only for a few months very known, but I think everyone who knows his history a bit more, there's a lot of expectation around him for many years already, and he's always been able to focus on football, to become better, to become stronger, to become ready to be at 16 years of age, score your first goal, 17 years of age, and already had multiple starts for the first team of Liverpool. That's one thing, and second of all, because of his quality. He shows that he's able, at the highest level, which is Champions League, but Premier League definitely is this as well, to be able to take 1v1s on and make it difficult for the defenders he's facing. So yeah, I think he's done a very good job in managing what comes to him now, but then it's also a good thing to have so many experienced players around you, which he has in the dressing room. Am I talking to Mike Gordon now, or am I talking to you? How does he know why we brought Florian Wirtz in? What we did after Jürgen left, and we always knew 1.5 years ago that this should be a transition, because sooner or later it would have been the end of a cycle. And we always knew we then needed to recoup money, which we did by selling 10, 11, 12 players, I think. And we've spent that money on young, very talented players that get their time to build on the same cycle as the last 7 or 8 years has been with the players that some of them now already left or are going to leave us in the end of the season. So that is why we brought Florian in, Hugo in, Alex in, Milos in, Jeremy in, young talented players to create a new cycle. And therefore we needed a lot of players to leave, to find the money to buy them. So we didn't add Florian Wirtz to the team that last season played Paris Saint-Germain.
But you bought him for these type of games?
We bought him for to be successful in the future, which could be the near future or the mid to long-term future. And we bought him and the others, young players, to create a new successful cycle. And the sooner that happens, the better it is. And I'm convinced that either tomorrow or next season or the season afterwards, he will have, like Milos, like Hugo, like Alex, like Jeremy, like Sheke, another 19-year-old we are bringing in this summer, will have special moments here at Anfield. And tomorrow is the first great opportunity for him and the others. But we didn't brought them in for only this single particular game.